Hey, I'm Kev, welcome back to iRacing and the IndyCar Fix series, where we're on quite a hot streak at the moment of podium finishes, so we're right up there in our division in the standings, so we'll see how we can do around the Las Vegas Speedway, as it is from practice exactly like Kansas. Unfortunately, we're going to be flat out, we're going to be trying to hog the bottom, it's going to be very difficult to pass from the outside, it's really only just one lane. Hopefully you can just survive to the finish, as we had a decent qualifying. I definitely hoped to be on pole, but just got pipped to it in the end, so I'm not actually in a nice starting position here on the outside in second. I could be jumped by third quite easily at the start, but we'll see how that goes, as unfortunately Las Vegas, being an IndyCar fan, not the best of memories of this circuit in real life, because unfortunately last time IndyCar visited here in 2011 we saw absolute idiocy, and we saw an unbelievable crash which unfortunately claimed the life of Dan Weldon. So hopefully we have a much better experience in this virtual race. So let's see how we do from second. We've got 75 laps here, so again, so again, fuel's probably around 50 laps, so hopefully we get a caution around that 40, and then we can pit and make it to the finish. But the goal is just to finish, really, and if we finish, I believe we have a good chance of getting the top 5 and continuing our run. That is the aim.
So I can't get a scratch on this thing.
As I've got voice chat on for once, so let's just turn that down. Stop the distractions. Remember to turn crew chief on as well. I forgot to turn it on in practice. That was a good thing. As I did for around 30 laps of practice in the draft, and yeah, it felt exactly like Kansas, unfortunately. So we'll see how it goes in the race, because it didn't feel like any tyre wheel was happening after those 30 laps. I made a mistake and actually tried to go under the apron and just crashed on the front stretch, ended up in the fence, which looks pretty hilarious in replay, so hopefully I won't be doing that at the start. But it's a long race. Go time after that pit stop hopefully be around 50-25 to go, so around the 2/3 distance. So try and keep an eye on the leader. As the pace car pulls off. I have been jumped by third. Well, he's on our inside. Maybe he had to lift off, did he? No. At least he got a good start compared to the drivers behind, so we slot into third. And now we're just going to sit here. That's right, what is second doing? Maybe he did pass us before the start-finish line. You can't do that on the inside. You can do it on the outside. That's why everyone kind of hogs the wall at the start, or on restarts. So the leader's been very generous, offering us the inside line. He takes it back in the corners. As he tried to come down on us, but fortunately did it a 1/10 of a second too late. So take over the lead. Now we just see how long we can hold this. Because I reckon there'll be those types of moves in the pack, so I reckon there will be a caution before we have to pit, but it just depends how long it lasts. As we need a lap, we've barely led any laps this season, surprisingly. I think that's only my 16th lap leading all season long. In how many races here? Like 8 or 9 now? That's all second, getting a bit darty.
Just decreasing. It's now 29 Celsius.
And I don't mind leading at the moment. It's at 24.9, so we're near qualifying pace. And there's a wreck. kind of let off the corner, so on the straight basically, instead of in the corner. So I reckon there were over 80 drivers on it, so I reckon we're in the bottom split or the second to bottom split. So where's the pace car? Oh, he's up here. So a bit too early.
Our fuel window opens on lap 41. It'll close on lap 58.
So a bit too early to pit, so we're probably going to stay out. Again, if there's a caution in, say, 10 lap time, might be worth pitting. I think it's like everyone's just pitting behind us. No.
I'm pitting, I got damage.
Oh, and it's like that guy unfortunately got clipped by that madness, whoever that guy was.
Well, the way that lead pack was running right there, trying to make it pretty wide, I was thinking it's going to be another caution.
So we'll see how it goes on the restart then, as get to dictate it for once. So we are ready to go green then. As we've got new drivers behind us, it'd be interesting to see how they go. As I'm not sure whether we just go straight away. That seems to be the popular trend. I see that the pace car run off a bit. And back it up. That's how it worked out well. As he went immediately once the pace car is in pit road. Otherwise, there is the risk of maybe overtaking the pace car before the start-finish line. But we've got our jump. Got a big jump on third. So it's just us two up here. Let's get up to safe sixth gear. Oh, he's prodding and probing. As I said, I don't think it's effective round here, unfortunately.
Car outside.
We'll see.
Hold your line. Still there. Clear high.
That's attempt one, not working out as the rest are gaining now.
Your lap times are improving. This is exactly what we need. Your lap time was 25.0. Fastest lap for all, 24.4.
Yeah, go by and set the fastest lap. It's just us three now at the front.
Still there. You're clear outside.
As here comes third. Wants to have a little piece of the fun.
Fastest lap for all, 24.4.
As we had got the gap to four for over a second, but seems like they're gaining back now.
Still there. Still there. Clear outside.
It's in the corners. We're not even looking at second. We're just following this line, making sure we're not deviating too much. As there's lap traffic in front. Oh, that's the guy who was in practice with us in that session where I ran 30 laps. Sad to see that. But we're not getting too quick here, doesn't it? Like, let's just hug this right line for dear life. The strategy. The bad thing is the guy in fourth, or who was fourth,
Clear high.
the number one car, he had actually pitted. So he's sitting in the tow, in the draft, as they're going three wide behind. Guy from fourth had a mega run, and oh, someone's in the wall. So yeah, number one car is getting a pretty... was getting a nice position there. With the tow, being able to save fuel. So now, as I said 10 laps ago, If the pace car comes out around here, or the caution, do we pit? I think we do. I think we try and risk it to the end. It might be worth trying. Or do we just wait for the next caution in another 10 laps?
Look out for the pit speed limit. Engage limiter.
So that's pretty close there. So let's see if we can try and pick out our pit crew. It's all the way near the end. Oh, there they are. Oh no! Well, that's cost us the lead. Good job.
Looks like you're clear on the pit exit.
Now, so behind the number 1 car as well, he's thick with fuel. Like, really thick with it. Has everyone pitted? He's actually 3rd. Why am I 2nd? Have a bad pit stop or something. So yeah, not ideal there. And he would have learned from those first few laps, like, to kind of back down on us a bit earlier, I reckon, out the corners. He's not going to be as invited now. Hopefully we haven't lost the win like we did. Actually, was it in Kansas where we took the lead and then lost it in the pit stops as well? Hopefully we haven't done that again. Otherwise I'll be punching myself in the face after this race at my stupidity. Like I often do anyway after most races. That's maybe why I've got negative brain cells. But let's see what we can do on the restart then. Maybe we get a good one. Again, so we're preparing to go green. As I looked through the remaining drivers, half the field is already gone. So we've only got 10 drivers on the lead lap. We've got the lapped car as well, actually, so less than half actually. Still got 11 drivers circulating, with 1 a lap down. A few in the pits, a few left. Hopefully I don't become one of the wrecked drivers in this stint. That was pretty smart, waiting just before the green lights. It hasn't caught us out too badly. Once again, top 3 have got a good restart. Though he's a bit weavy in front. Very weavy in front.
Track temps increasing. It's now 32 Celsius.
And we only had 18 drivers, I think, that started. That actually took the flag, so actually around 7 drivers that have gone. So just over a third. Maybe was been a tad dramatic. Let's see where we're going. Now he is going to start hogging the inside. Oh, that doesn't quite get us to run to the line. As well, what's happened to him? What the hell? As whoa! What the hell? Maybe we've got connection issues. I'm looking to my bar up top. It doesn't look like it's from me. Well, speed that's going mental as always, but it looks like iRacing shit the bed again in the middle of a race. What you always like to see. So we kind of actually have no idea where the 2 guys behind are. And looking back, it does actually look like we have that gap to 4th. So at least the relative is correct. We can go off the relative. We can't actually go off what we're seeing. Oh no, it looks like it might fix itself. That was a scary couple of laps. Always brilliant when you're driving at virtually 220 miles per hour to have guys blinking all over the place.
You're leading.
Thanks, Spotter, for that insight. I never knew. But yeah, we have broken 4, so it is us top 3 here. Unfortunately, those 2 behind can save a bit more fuel than us. So if it does remain green for quite a long time, which unsurprised, of course, it did not come out during the blinking, then
Consistency, keep it up.
we might be in trouble. Let's see what happens. We might have to drop back and just sit behind them and save some fuel. But if we do that, we might allow 4th and Co to catch up to us then. So it's a chess game we're playing here. Maybe checkers. Maybe it's chess if we're allowed like in-race tools and fits. All we're allowed to do is push the pedals and steer. That's about it, unfortunately. Oh, and untick if you want tyres or fuel on stops. That's it. You can't play with the weight jacker. Can't use any of the tools that you normally have in the Open Series or in the, say, like the Indy 500 during the race. All we do is drive. So they've gained a bit. The gap's 1.2, so they've gained a 10th. So if they figure out that drafting each other might work, they might gain back up to us.
25.0.
I need to hear from my spot about the pit window for fuel. To be fair, we would all be in the same boat, I reckon. Was it even with saving, I reckon it would be a couple of laps short. So I think we're all holding out for a caution. But with the smaller field we have now, it's a bit more unlikely. Look at this, holding this white line. Look at hogging it like it's our favourite granny. So they are gaining actually, 0.9 back now. That guy in 4th is flying towards us. But I did experience that in practice where I got slight effects of the drive from 2 seconds back. Only very minor. We're only really as effective when you're within a second as they are fighting behind as well. That's not helping. So yeah, it is crazy how strong the draft is in these kind of pack racing conditions here you have in this series, especially around here as well. But they are keeping the gap a consistent 3 to 4 tenths behind. Well, 4th and Co catch up to them. And it looks like we do now have a long train behind us again. So we'll see if they start battling then. Maybe that will open the door for the caution. Especially if it starts blinking again.
24.9.
Well, it is opening up a little gap for us. 5 tenths ahead. We're pretty comfortable in the lead flat out at the moment. That's all, and it's like second has dropped back actually. Got forced wide, or went wide. That's had everyone underneath them. And it's like it's slotted back into 4th. So here comes new second.
You've just done at 24.9.
So you approach the halfway mark of this race. This has to be the most laps I've led in a race so far this season. I think I've like doubled my total in this race already, and the previous races combined. Let's say it was only 15 laps previously. We must have led way more than that already.
Lap times are pretty consistent.
No shit, they're consistent. I'm just doing the same thing every lap. That's now what does second do? Does he save or does he attack? And looks like he's going to be saving. He looks menacing into the corners, but then he's slightly backing off on the nooks of things. As there comes third as well. Raced him quite a lot. He's a good racer, third. Just, as you can probably tell, a bit unlucky in the number 20 car. But either in the bottom split of 4. That's why I'm the number 4 car. That's why I'm unusually high number. Well, low number, should I say. Normally quite a high number. There's no, he's attacking. That surprises me. Maybe it's because he's seen the guy in third just motor up to our backside. Wants to get a move on.
Okay, Kev, we're at the halfway point. Should be about 29 laps of fuel remaining.
29 laps. So we are going to be short by around 10 laps. And even with saving, I reckon we could get it down to maybe 4 laps. So everyone does have to pit again. Unless caution strikes, and then we're all saved. I'm not sure anyone's ready to sacrifice themselves, say Nelson Piquet Jr. style. I know they are getting a bit hairy for third behind. Just caught that out of 1 and 2. So they are side by side. As it's the leader who's coming back. Oh, we've got that traffic in front. Oh, am to him. That's the guy who was second. Oh, he spun it on the apron. So I wonder if he got clipped then by second, by someone else, so he had to pit. So yeah, now it's 9 guys on the lead lap, so they say goodbye.
That was at 24.9.
And we basically just keep motoring. Obviously, I was starting to get that gap again to a third a bit, maybe because they're just battling. So they'll close it up in the next couple of laps, no doubt. And I reckon the number 1 car is going to be playing the game, the fuel saving gamers. Hang on, is it just us 4? No way. Is it just us 4 in the lead lap? No, he's down in 8th. Still, just 7 on the lead lap. What happened back there? Was there actually a crash back there? And somehow everyone survived? I don't know, maybe he's actually 8th. Because I'm looking back. I can see, oh, they are dropping back actually, battling for third. Can't actually see that many drivers behind us actually, looking back. Trying to look on the front stretch. You can see maybe top 5. I'd say all full saving behind. But at least second he's definitely full saving. So that's the lap car pitting. Or was the lapped car? Maybe he's back on the lead lap.
That last lap was at 25.0. Lap times are pretty consistent.
Does it become time to pit soon? As you've also got to try and get rid of tyres as well. I forgot to do that. Of caution, we'll see. As they're dropping way back.
Track temperature is increasing. It's now 34 Celsius.
Dropping way back his second. He's going for it to the end. So we've got that traffic in front. We're gaining quickly, but they're just getting up to speed. That's why.
25.0.
So there they are in 3 and 4 in front. Oh, they're not close enough for us. As yeah, we're motoring on. And so we only got 8 drivers on the lead of that. Absolutely insane. So keep a close eye on the relative below, and it's like second has got overtaken. As we don't need tyres, all we need is fuel. But we don't need a lot of fuel. So everyone backs off behind. As we're going flat out, maybe... Oh, where's second gone? He's pitted. They have pitted. Okay. We might have to pit this lap then. If that's the case.
Consistency. Keep coming.
Yeah, I stayed off the track. Can't help it now.
Hey, you been racing when you
What's your speed limit in the pits?
I looked down at my telemetry and that was it.
It's all it takes.
I was like, I'm gonna hit the next lap and see it. So I looked down and I was trying. That was fun.
Disengage limiter. All clear. Push now.
Let's get up to speed then. That's all he's left. So everyone else is fuel saving. We've made our fuel stop. We are a lap down. But we're racing 7th, I'm guessing.
V6.
So we're down in 6th, but we do have the heads up on the fuel game now. We can just go flat out to the end. I think we overfueled by a country mile as well. So they will save time in the pits. So we're 2 seconds back. That might actually help us as well, the guy in front. So just in that draft window as well. The worst thing would be a caution coming out, I think. I can never remember if cautions work out for us or not. I saw someone else pitted.
Pick up behind us now. 1.6.
So we're back into the top 5. And yes, the guy in front is helping us. Was helping us.
Okay, Kev. There's a car exiting the pits. Heads up.
Yes, we got a giant jump on everyone. Let's just keep it in 6th then. Did not like going down to 5th for that moment. As again back towards the podium places. Another podium on the board maybe. It's got less than 20 laps to go. The guy behind is catching. That's the worry.
Car heads pitting.
It's 1.1 back. But again, overtaking is incredibly difficult here, if impossible. If not impossible, should I say.
Pick up behind us now. Not protect. The leader's pitting now.
Let's drop it back down to 5th. Again, just does not like being in 5th. As now we've got a straight fight for the win then, between us two. Guy behind must have pitted very early though. So we're a bit wide there.
Car exiting the pits. Heads up. outside. We're clear outside.
So maybe he has newer tyres, as we went very wide there.
You're in the lead. That lap time was 25.1.
So we are struggling a bit with these tyres now.
Inside. Inside's clear.
There's no! I left room. I've killed a man. So there we go, carbon much better than 1 and 2 there. There's no, that was going to be, well, that was going to be second for us. So going very wide out of 4. That's a bit of a worry with just over 10 laps remaining. 1 and 2 is fine, apart from that time. 3 and 4 is a struggle. So the car's just not turning through that corner. The lead, but I'm very anxious at the moment. That was much better. Slight lift in the middle of the corner. Barely a lift though. That seemed to help. So setting 25.1, so we're not matching the pace pre-pit stop, which is also worrying. So maybe we do actually have tyre wear around it. It just takes a very long time for the tyres to really go off. Or is this heat related, temperature related more?
Consistency, keep it up.
Just don't know. It's got 10 laps to go. As third is gaining on us as well. I think for second they might just run out of laps, run out of time. So they are gaining a 10th or 2 per lap. So he just needs 5 more laps and he'll take us. This man, I am gripping the wheel so tight at the moment. It's been a long wait for a victory this season after Indy. I think it's been our only win this season. And after being so close on quite a few occasions. You know, he didn't quite have the pace to win in Felix. Didn't quite have the pace to win in quite a few races, such as New Hampshire, but we definitely could have won in Kansas and Homestead.
Just done 25.2.
I think Homestead. I remember now. That was the first race of the season, wasn't it? So, you know, we've only got the job done once this season, so we're matching last season's total when we were a bit worse for the most part. But this reward for this great run we've been on.
Consistency, keep coming.
Yeah, exactly, crew chief. So he's 1.5 back. So there you go. Car actually turned into the corner for once. Didn't really have to lift. It's got 4 laps to go. That's where we're losing a couple of tenths. But now he's got the draft for 3 to go. This could be a dicey final lap.
The track temperature is falling. It's now 32 Celsius.
So there we go, just 2 laps to go. Unfortunately, just been out the toe of the driver in front of the lapped car. But that's not going to help us on this final lap. So we go, easy flat through the final corner. Just 1 lap to go. The rematch.
1 more lap to go. Stay focused.
Just 2 corners to go.
Are outside. Hold your line.
That's 9 drifting.
Clear outside.
No, we've lost it in the final corner.
Well done. Decent drive.
That's not decent drive. We lost it in the final fucking corner. But well done to the number 6 though. Recovering after that almost hit. Yeah, no shit, that was close. But man, when are we going to get a win? Another win this season. God damn it. But yeah, we'll see if we can do it next time. But we do get another podium. Like 5th and 6th races, so once again getting valuable points. So we'll see how we do where we're at next time. But that was interesting then with, was it 60 laps on the same tyres? We finally got some tyre wear. But I hope you enjoyed some more IndyCar fixed action. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.